Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. I wanted to very quickly create a short video just to explain something about where I'm coming from in my business, why most, if not all, of my videos that I have done focus on stress, how to reduce it, how to recognize your triggers, how to attain skills to manage it. Because of my background, this will explain a little bit more about me. When I got married, I was very young, too young, and I was 23. And seconds before my dad walked me down the aisle, he turned to me and said, "You don't have to go through this. If you want to turn around and walk out, we'll walk out together and we will have one great big party. You do not have to do this." Well, I did it. And 6 years of physical and emotional abuse later, I got divorced. And of course, there was obviously a lot of stress in my life, and moved into an apartment. I was working, I did have a job, didn't pay great, but I was able to pay my rent. Didn't have a whole lot left over for food, but I was able to pay rent and bills. And yes, it was stressful because financially, I did not have a whole lot of money. I had to be very, very careful, but it was 100% better than where I was. And as I say, the best thing that happened through my job was meeting my second husband. And when we started dating, between us starting to date and actually getting married was 10 months. That was 30 years ago, and 2 wonderful sons later. And yeah, there was stress in my life, but obviously nothing like it had been. Normal stress, everyday stuff everybody goes through. And I have to say, looking back on it, it was idyllic. I was able to stay home with my sons when I had them. I started back to work part-time when my sons were 4 and 6.5, but I was still able to leave after they left to go to school, and I was there when they got home from school. So again, I was very lucky. In 2017, my husband was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's, and I was the sole caregiver. Our community support wasn't great for people that young. All the programs that were out there for my husband were, most of the people in them were 15 to 20 years older than him. And it was very difficult for me to find anything in common with the spouses or the caregivers of these people, because I wasn't in the same position demographically. I managed to go through, I managed to care for him. Unfortunately, my business languished because I had to spend so much time with him as his behavior deteriorated. But he went into long-term care last May, and I'll be perfectly honest with you, the stress that I went through with my husband in that situation, being at home and caring for him, was 10 times more than going through my first marriage, my divorce, the abuse. I can't, unless you've been through it, I can't explain to you how stressful it is. No sleep, because most people with Alzheimer's, a lot of them have insomnia. Their behavior is very bad. So I've been rebuilding my business since he went into long-term care. Still a lot of stress in my life, nothing like it was. But that's a bit of background for you to understand where I'm coming from and why I focus on stress and how I know it can affect people and why I want to help people learn how to reduce it. You can never eliminate it, but you can reduce it. You can attain skills to manage it. And that's the most important thing. And I wanted just to let you know that. I'm not just somebody that thinks, oh, yeah, there's stress out there, and buy my program, or no. I've been through it. I know what it's like. Uh, I've researched, I've read, I've lived, and I have managed to create skills, managed to learn skills to deal with it. So if you're in a very stressful situation, I have videos on YouTube, I have videos on my website. Superior Organized Solutions is my business. You can access those, they're free. I have blog post articles. Take a look at them because I think they could be really helpful. And I would love to have, I'd love to have contact with you just to let you know that I'm there and I know what you're going through. So just a very quick, a few minute video just to let you know my background and so that you know what I've been through and how I might be able to help. Thank you for listening, and I will talk soon. Bye for now.